My name is Angel McCaskill, and this is Franklin Boulevard Media. Now, I grew up in York. I'm from York, South Carolina originally, but I've been in Gaston County like 27 years since I've been married. I actually found my diagnosis August the 10th, 2007. It's kind of tricky here because my husband actually noticed it, and he was like, "What is that? That's a lump right there." And I thought, quit playing. Just like when I was like, whoa, it is. It really is a lump. And couldn't wait till the weekend to call like my doctor and say like, hey, something's going on. I need an appointment like ASAP. So that was August the 3rd when I had the test, the biopsy, mammogram and all of that. And then so I had to wait 7 days. 7 days later, she calls me back, the doctor, new doctor, wasn't my doctor because my doctor was on maternity leave at the time. And she called me back and she said, Mrs. McCaskill, it's malignant. And so I had been reading a lot about what's malignant, what's benign. But I'm like, when she said malignant, I knew that wasn't what I had studied. So I'm like, oh gosh, that means it is cancerous. So I just went numb from there. I sit in that doctor's office I could not believe what I just heard. Well, the process of treatment from then, so it was beginning the journey of a lot of doctor appointments, a lot of consultations with oncologists to see what, if I was going to have chemo, radiation, all of that. And then so I ended up having to have chemotherapy, 12 weeks of aggressive treatment. So every 2 weeks I was on 2 drugs at one time, and then the last would be another drug. So I had adriamycin, Cytoxan, and Taxotere was my drugs. So I had to go up to Huntersville for treatment every 2 weeks for chemo. Lost my hair, all of that. Then after that, I had a mastectomy, which is the removing of my entire left breast. So I had it removed. Then after that, I chose reconstruction. So I just chose that route because I've had, read on that, and it helps you mentally, just to accept what has just happened. Because I was born with breasts and now it's gone. So I decided to do reconstruction. So I never saw my breast completely flat. It just popped up and was yeah, okay. So I never missed anything with that. So I chose that route for my journey. 8 surgeries, total of 8 surgeries during that whole process. Now we are in remission, thank God. No reoccurrences of it at all. Just, trying to stay out here and survive, do the right things, eat right, exercise, and just take care of my body. But it's been 15 years. Foundation birthed out of it after my personal diagnosis. Earth Angel was founded. So I began looking at ways to how can I encourage other people? How can I empower other people that's going through this? Because it was a tough process. It's a tough process to go through. And if you don't have those resources to know, where can I go to for encouragement, empowerment, and help during this process? And I was it's a need. It's a need in our community to get that awareness out there. So I just started, speaking at luncheons and speaking wherever people invite me to come and share my story, just being there for that person. I get calls, especially during the pandemic. I really got a lot of calls saying, hey, I just got diagnosed. So just being there for that person from the beginning all the way to the end. When they have surgery, going there with them. When they got to get a mammogram, going there with them. Just being that support person. So that's what bloomed out of all of this. Cancer Services of Gaston County was a great resource. I was Faces of Hope 2013, was very honored to be there to represent, but they have been there for a lot of people in the Gaston County area. I remember I volunteered there for about 30 days, and I saw so many people come in and get insurance. So many people were able to come in and get juices if they needed it, because during that process, you're sick most of the time, and you're not able to eat normal food. So that's what they provide there. And that was such an impact on me to just be a part of such a great movement to help those that really, really and truly needed it. And they're wonderful. I didn't use them personally, as far as my process, because at the time I was in Mecklenburg County with all of my doctors. But listen, I enjoyed volunteering for them those 30 days. And they're like family to me now. I can pick up the phone and call them now. If you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, I would say stay positive. Don't give up. Keep fighting. I know the words may scare you because they terrified me too, just hearing those words by itself. But I would say stay positive. keep going. Try to find like a good support group to be there for you so you can remain positive. Just try to, do positive things, no negativity around you at all. Like, you don't need no negativity. And if that includes family, and keep them away. I know they might mean well, but you don't need anybody around you that doesn't have that positive attitude. Because at this time, you're trying to live. Like, you trying to live, and you're fighting every day to stay here. So I would say, just keeping that positive energy around you, keeping God first. I mean, that was for me, my faith. I know a lot of times we don't want to talk about, different faith levels or whatever, but it was nobody but God that told me that I was going to live and not die. So I took that and ran with it. And I'm here today because, of his healing power for me. So just, surround yourself with positive people, get you a prayer group, have some prayer warriors praying for you. You can make it. You can get through it. There's no doubt about that. You just got to have that positive mindset, though, and don't give up. Early detection is key. I can't sing that enough. I can't talk about that enough. Do your self-breast exams every month. Just stay on top of your health. Know your body. Notice any changes that you may, notice here and there. But just know your body. Know when something is wrong. And if it is, bring it to your primary care physician and be persistent about what's going on. They may say, oh, it's nothing. No. Keep pushing until you get a mammogram. And that's another thing. Get your mammograms. It's so many people tell me they're scared to get it. There's so many people tell me I haven't got mine this year. And no, that's not acceptable. You got to get those mammograms. They don't hurt. They're just uncomfortable for a few moments. I'll even go with you to get your mammogram. But get those mammograms. Early detection is key because when you find it, you catch it early enough, you're in that higher percentage of survival rate. But if you don't know it's there, months and months pass, it could be a different turnaround. So get those mammograms and do your self-breast exams every month because sometimes the mammogram don't pick it up.